Hey YouTube, this is a video that's going to tell you that the memberships are live and going to go over what they are, but I want to get to the whole story of how we got to memberships, why I'm doing them, etc., and the ads in the video and stuff like that. So if you just actually care about the membership itself and what they are and why and sort of what you get out of them, I'll timestamp below if you just want to click on the sort of membership info and benefits and stuff. If you want to know how I got here, I'm going to explain it. So here is a my monetized playbacks on my channel. So for those of you who did not know how it works, I did not either. This was very interesting to me. YouTubers do not get paid based on views alone. You get paid based on monetized playback views. So as you can see in the numbers here and the lines, the monetized playback views are very, very close to the actual views. So you can just see the lines, how they basically are almost right on top of each other. And if you just want to look at some just numbers here, 26,000, almost 27,000 views, 20,000 monetized views, 25,000 views, 19,000 monetized views, 18,000 views, 15,000 monetized views, right? So you're getting like maybe 80 to 85% monetized views for every view you have. Notice over this 90-day trend, this green just bottomed out at like 500. So this was a 7-day bug that thousands of us got hit with. YouTube has never admitted anything. We think it was an invalid traffic bug because it's a 7-day sort of ban. So we all got hit with that for no reason, all 7 of us. So you were not seeing ads. The monetized views were not coming. The ads were not coming up. So for 7 days, my revenue capped at like $12. As you can see with the bump, it is now back up to the view level. So you're now seeing ads again on my video. So at the time when I was down at this green line, only making like $12, I'm like, I need a way to supplement my things. I was thinking Patreon, and a bunch of you said like, just do channel memberships. So I'm like, okay, let's do that. And we'll go over that in a second. Now you're seeing ads. About the ads, before I used to do, when you click, yes, I want to show ads, YouTube automatically does pre-rolls and post-rolls, which means at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video before you watch another one, if you click on I want to show ads, they will do that for you. You also had the option to put what they call mid-roll ads. Now, I didn't really understand mid-roll ads, so I used to put one mid-roll ad. If it was a 25 minute video, I just put one mid-roll ad at like 10, and then if it was like a 25, 30 minute video, I put another one at like 20. So 1 and 1. And then in the thread that we had, Regis Kilman, who has like 250,000 subscribers on his main channel, or a couple 100,000 anyways, we were talking about midrolls. And this is, right, I asked right here, like, I'm confused about midrolls. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If I put 5 midrolls on an ad, it doesn't mean the audience will see it. Like I put 4 recently, and one subscriber said he saw 1 late, and another said he saw 3. And basically, he replied and said, YouTube ultimately determines for each viewer what they will see, but they can only offer the ad if the midroll exists. So no, they will never show all 5, but you should run enough that YouTube has options to work with, but don't overdo it either at the risk of YouTube getting greedy or weird with the timing, showing them too close together. So then we talked about, and then we got into like talking about about like what I should do. So comment, one of my subscribers said, Dan, I just got 7 ads, 1 in the beginning and 5 for midrolls. So I'm just like, crap, that's too many. So with the ads that you may or may not be seeing, like just be patient as I try and figure out what the right amount is. Because I don't think the right amount was the one I was doing, because just because you had, I always, when I first thought, was under the impression is if you had a midroll ad, they will show that ad all the time to your subscribers, but that's not the case. So if I have a 25-minute video and I put 1 midroll on, they may not show that midroll. So I'm leaving a lot of on. But then if I put on 7 midrolls, giving like, hey, YouTube, I'll give you the option to choose, and then they show all of them, that's too many for my liking. So I'm trying to figure out like what's the appropriate amount. Maybe do it every like 5 minutes. But on a 25-minute video, still like 5 midrolls. You can still maybe see all, like you shouldn't be seeing all of them, but that's just something I'm working through in case you are seeing them. Okay, channel memberships. One thing Slayer, who is now a member, so they figured it out. Am I the only one not seeing memberships? A couple people commented this, and apparently you will not always see memberships on your phone. I think it's both an iOS and iPhone issue or an Android issue. You may not see the membership button on your phone. You will have to use like a desktop. So the membership button should be with all the other buttons, like the like, subscribe. There should be a membership button right there. If you don't see it, if you log on with your computer, you will see it. So that's the long conversation of how we got here. Hello, thank you to every one of you, Castle, Apex, John, Patchy, Agus, Zek, Ace, DDW, Nick, and Jace for all joining already. So a bunch of people have clicked that join button, and I get to see if it's level 1, level 2. So what is level 1, level 2? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why I put these the way they are and stuff like that. Okay. So level 1 is a lot of, I call it some basic stuff and then some stuff that I'm going to commit to at this level. So for $4.99 Canadian, someone asked like, what's that American? It's like $3.80, $3.60, something like that. So you get loyalty badges, you get emojis. I didn't even talk about the emojis. So I put out like 3 just on my own, the Dan Ottawa logo, and I tried to do 2 emojis. One is like, you can't see it here, but one is like me with my head in my hands being like, come on, man. Another one is me dunking on that basketball net back there. There's 3 people who have reached out. And Nico, MD, and SRI, Jan, have all reached out to me with different emojis. So there's going to be a bunch of emojis coming. Some of them will be like artistic ones. Some of them will be like Pokemon with different faces, like my go-tos like Togedemaru and Sableye and stuff like that. And just other ideas that we're coming up with, and they are graciously helping me with. So you'll get a ton more emojis coming soon. And then these 2 were the ones that I added on that I wanted to try and do more. So priority reply to comments. So for those of you who were around on this channel when I had like 5,000 subscribers or less, I used to reply to every single comment. I used to like heart and comment and reply to every single comment. Now, 2 things have happened since that time. 1, I went from 5,000 subscribers to 24,000 subscribers now. So there's a lot more comments. And 2, I went from 1 video a day to 2 videos a day. So now it's just like you have just more comments just based on the number of people. And you also have just more comments overall because I now do 2 videos a day, which means I also have less time to look at comments because I still have my normal job plus making 2 videos a day now. So it's a little more tricky. So priority reply to comments. If you are a member and I see that loyalty badge, I will guarantee read and comment back to you. That's my, like, I will definitely engage you. Doesn't mean I will not reply to other people. But if it's just like a busy day, I'll like go through my comments and I'll see the badge and I'll make sure I respond to them, as opposed to others where I'll just maybe like gloss over. If I'm like a slower day or there's a comment that I like really find funny or something, like I'll respond to that obviously too. And a members only live stream. I think a lot of people, when they first were talking about doing this, they're like, I want to see you stream. I want you to battle people. I want you to do this. So I'm like, okay, let's do that. For those of you who can click I think there's like in my channel section, you can see like my live. I've gone live maybe 3 times in the past 3 years. And it's a factor of I don't have time. All these other YouTubers who go live do not have either a full-time job, but more importantly, do not have 2 young kids at home. That is what takes up most of my time. My nights I can't go live because I'm doing 2 videos, and the weekends I can't go live too much because I've got the kids that I'm watching. But I will chalk out some time to do it. It probably will be like once a month stream. I know this first one, even if we're only gonna have like 2 people because there's only like 10 members, and so I get, as a federal government employee, November 11th, which in Canada is Remembrance Day, I get that off. And that's a Monday. So I will commit to November 11th live stream. Probably, again, my 3-year-old is still home, but he goes down for nap at like 1 till 2:30. So I think 1 till 2:30 Eastern time, live stream. Gonna go over my video, but you know, that's okay. We'll commit to that for that. So those are the perks with tier member 1. Tier member 2 is it's one thing that I somewhat do already for my channel, and I talked about it in my last video. But then there's also just like adding you to me to be a friend in the game, and then I'll talk about what kind of Pokemon Go player I am, so what you can expect from me as a friend. So in terms of what I said is, if you send me your sets, I will give you like a personalized video or written write-up or both on your sets. So it's kind of like, it's not, I don't want to call it just true one-on-one like coaching, because I think the coaching, I have a problem with coaching in general. But it's not gonna be like one-on-one coaching where like I get together with you and I watch your battles and I talk you through it. I don't think I have time for that, so that's not realistic. 2, I don't know if I like that. It's that type of coaching, and I know a lot of YouTubers do that, and a lot of just people who charge people to coach do that. That to me is one step away from me just handing over my phone to the other person for them to battle for you, right? What are you learning if you have a top 500 leaderboard person over your shoulder telling you what to do? Maybe you absorb some of that, like, oh, they did this move, I should do that next time, maybe. But I think like me going over the videos, me going over like your battles and going over like, this is what you did in this scenario, this is what you did, this is why you probably shouldn't do it. It's kind of what I do with my videos when I have viewer submitted stuff. Now that being said, for me to keep up these 2 videos a day, I do still need those viewer submitted. So I'm debating whether like, I just like, if I'm getting a bunch of videos, I need to submit them, I look for the members first and just do their videos on my channels first. So as like if you want me to review your videos, I'll give priority to the members. I think I'll add a new line in the thing. Maybe that's one way to do it. If you just want them personalized and write up for yourself, I'll commit to that too. And then gameplay with you, I will add you as a friend in the game. Now, I mean, I'm not charging what Brandon Tan is charging. This is just more of a bonus thing, because I think the main perk is going to be like me doing the sort of quasi-coaching analysis for you to help you get better at GBL, which is what this channel is about in general. But I can add you in the game. I still have room for like 100 plus friends. I only have like 300-ish, and I can blow a bunch of people off who I haven't talked to in like 3 years, probably like 6 years that I added them in the game in like 2018. Okay. What if you add me, what can you expect me as a player? So at this point, I am honestly a part-time Pokemon Go player. There are some days where I open the game just to catch and spin a stop, and I close the game. There's some days that I just play GBL. And then there's some days where, usually the ones I'm in the office, although it's going to be winter soon here, so maybe I won't be doing this as much, but when I'm in the office, I go for about an hour walk at lunch, sometimes with people who also play Pokemon Go. So that's when I go and raid and stuff, and catch Pokemon, stuff like that. So what can you commit to? Like, I used to be amazing at sending gifts. Maybe I'll prioritize members gifts. I'll just make sure I open the game. I always have gifts. I live next to 2 Pokestops and they're everywhere here. So maybe I can prioritize gifts. In terms of raids, joining and sending, whenever I do a raid here, it's usually, I always have enough people. So what I normally do is I just open up my game and I look up online and I just kind of click the 5 online. So that's why sometimes even people who have me as members here, like, oh, sorry, I didn't join the raid. It's like, I have enough people. I'm just kind of like sending the invite out. So it's not going to be one of these, like, I'm going to go out for raid hour and I'll invite all the tier 1 and tier members on the list. Like, that's not realistically how I play the game. So it's more just going to be like, if I'm out and about and I see you're online, I'll send you an invite, but you can join or not join. You don't feel obligated, sort of thing. And then, yeah, the other thing I mentioned about you also get all tier 1, right? So you get the members, live stream, stuff like that. Someone also said that you should do like battling your members. And I can do that on the live stream, right? So I can do like some of it playing GBL and some of it like live streaming, like battling you guys. So we can do like a one-on-one battle there if you guys want to do that. And there. So those are the tier options and what you get. I have zero expectations for people to join. Again, we do have a bunch of people already joining, so thank you very much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we already have 10 people joined. That's fantastic. That's honestly, I had no expectations. I don't know if I'm going to get 10. I don't know if I'm going to get 50. I don't know if I'm going to get 100 plus. But what I will do is just give you the option. Do not feel the need to do this. You will still get my 2 free videos a day, morning and afternoon. Unless this chart comes back. Where did that chart go? If this chart comes back, I'm hiding my second video behind the paywall for the members. I don't expect this to come back again. I think this was truly a bug, but you see like here, 9,400, 1,600, 8,300, 1,500, 10,300, 1,300, 13,000, 1,400, right? I don't expect this bug to come back, but if it does, and I didn't even show you my RPM associated with it, which is the same thing. The RPM is how much you get paid. So views is purple and the RPM is in the green. So it was 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 6, 6, 7. And oh yeah, when it also dropped down to 1,500 views, it dropped to $1.60 RPM, which means that instead of making like 652 on like 11,000 monetized views, I made $1.80 on 1,500 monetized views, right? So it killed me. It killed this channel for 7 days. This is why I'm putting more mid-rolls on. And this is where I think I need to figure out, okay, let's just talk about, this will be an aside as I end the video. It's back to the ad thing, but anyways, in terms of final thoughts on memberships, again, if you would like to join and support, this first tier is a lot of like, mostly just like supporting. It'd be cool for live streams and you get to battle me and then I'll reply to comments if you want that stuff. Great. And the badges, I think the emojis and stuff can be fun in the comments if you're commenting on every video anyways. But again, do not feel obligated to do that. So yeah, those are memberships. Just wanted to make a bonus video. Tomorrow morning, my team of 3, I got 5 Pokemon that I have my go-to for since season 1 in GBL. Sableye, Swampert, Lickitung, Togedemaru, Kanto Ninetales. So 3 out of those 5 are on a team tomorrow morning, and I will go over kind of like why they're on a team together and like the strengths of using Pokemon that you're comfortable with. And then afternoon, probably one more viewer submitted video, because I don't have any other teams right now. And then league turnover, all leagues on next week, Great League, Ultra League, Master League. So we'll do top teams for Great League and Ultra League, but I will be pretty safe in saying that we'll just be running Great League next week, just from a view standpoint. So the RPM is back up here. Here's the aside. You'll notice the last 3 days, 864, 867, and 1399. So RPM is how much you get paid per 1,000 monetized views. I don't know whether this RPM signifies the more mid-rolls I'm putting on or the fact that YouTube is making up for their screw up. Because all the other people in this chat here that I mentioned, in this chat here, are also mentioning that they are getting higher RPMs. So part of us thinks that like they know how much they screwed up here and they're just boosting our RPM. But when people were talking about like showing more mid-rolls, this is the bottom line too. You do go up in RPM. So because there's more chances of being shown in your thing. So if you're showing more videos, you're going to make more revenue per 1,000 views overall, which doesn't make full sense to me, because if it's still monetized views, I don't get it fully. There's some things about YouTube I still don't get. I'm just kind of leaning on support of all these other people. So we'll keep the views, we'll keep the mid-rolls for now. If they get too much, like let me know in the comments below how many ads you are seeing per video. I don't want you to see 7 ads per 5, 6, 7 ads per video. That's too much. But even with these mid-rolls, this is why it's so tricky. So I had like 5 or 6 mid-rolls on a video. Someone saw every one of them. Like I saw 6 ads, one at the beginning, 5 in the middle. Another person in that same video said, I did not see any ads. So YouTube's ability to kind of pick and choose when they want to show these makes it very difficult for me to know like where to put these ads and how many. So again, I'll work through it, but yeah, just want to give you I want to be very transparent with you on why this is happening. Because I know you probably see it constantly in other YouTubers, how many ads and stuff like they get. But I'm very open book about my life and why I'm doing this and everything else. And I think a lot of others will maybe hide it a little bit more, but I don't feel the need to hide it. Anyways, those are memberships. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining if you joined. And to all the future joiners, I appreciate it. And that is it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.